Mr. Gawne, this is not you with your minister's hat on today. This is you being a member of the public or more today.
Well, ultimately, you've got to be a variety of things when you're a politician. But the first and foremost thing that I am, I suppose, is a husband and father. And second is that I'm myself, and the things that I was talking about today are the things that make me tick politically. After that, you then are a representative of the people, and then you have to represent council ministers and all these sorts of things. But ultimately, these are the things that I feel passionately about.
Do they ever conflict? I mean, they sound like they might conflict today with some of your things you were saying.
Well, I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear where we actually stand now, and certainly the relationship with the United Kingdom has taken quite a battering over the last year or so. It does seem very clear that the United Kingdom, they're in a bigger mess than we're in, and they are basically saying, well, we're not interested in the Isle of Man anymore. They can get on with themselves, and we'll leave them to it. So, when you're given those sorts of very strong and very clear messages, I think at the time when you start looking to other relationships, other countries to actually build your trading relationships and constitutional relationships, it does make an awful lot of sense, quite frankly.
I mean, you're talking about independence again, getting away from the UK. Is this your own views, or is this more than that?
What I'm saying is about removing the dependence perhaps that we have on other countries. What we have to make sure is that we aren't in a position, which I suppose it's fair to say we have been for many decades, where we are dependent on the United Kingdom. That's not to say that we particularly want to run away from our relationships with the United Kingdom, but quite frankly, if we keep being pushed in that direction, then perhaps alternatives need to be investigated.
Well, we're in 2011, it's election year. Will there be, do you think, more people banging this sort of drum now?
I hope that more people actually get out and stand, because remember, we're here today to commemorate Illiam Dhone, and I think the point that I was trying to put over as strong as I could was if Illiam Dhone hadn't actively engaged with government, we wouldn't be here to commemorate him. He wouldn't have been in the position to make the decisions. He wouldn't have been in the position to effectively preserve the independence and the uniqueness of the Isle of Man. So it's really important that people get engaged with government, and the only way you can really do that is stand for elections or support election candidates.
And your position is, are you standing again? Have you got that clear? What are you going to be doing?
Well, I've still to make my mind up absolutely on that. There's a lot of time yet to actually do that, and probably in the sort of mid to late spring, that's the time that I'll be deciding absolutely one way or the other what I'm going to do.
And would you rule out, if you do going for the top job, to be the Chief Minister?
I've no political ambition or desire to become Chief Minister of the Isle of Man. I think it's a thankless task, it's a very difficult job, and the criticism by far outweighs the praise, no matter how well you do the job.
So you're not definitely going for it, or you're thinking about it, or you might be persuaded?
That is an absolute definitive answer. I have no ambition to be Chief Minister of the Isle of Man.
Thanks for watching. Please help support Modern Manx History and keep this channel going.